Now, it's another privilege that we have another good presentation. We are going to have to look at what is called Toxoplasma gondii, which is a risky in pregnancy, and also it affects people with challenged immunity, for example, people with HIV/AIDS, and also it affects the eyes. So it's a very important disease for public interest, so that you can be able to understand it and you can be able to treat it. So it is an infectious caused by parasite called Toxoplasma gondii, and it can affect our brain. You can see that brain which has been affected. So the protozoa Toxoplasma gondii is the coccidian obligate intracellular parasite responsible for zoonotic infections in human and other mammals. So this is a disease which can have an epidemic in human being and also at the same time can have an epidemic in mammals, or in other words, the animals. So the two pieces, intestinal and external intestinal fish, and specifically this disease is transmitted by cats. So the oocyst, only members of the cat family send oocyst. It is only the members of the cat family which send oocyst. And that is how the oocyst of Toxoplasma gondii looks like. So trophozoites, Tachizoids are the actively proliferative trophozoites which are observed during the active stage of infections. So Toxoplasma gondii, toxozoites, that is how they look like. The tachozoites, that is how they look like. So the tissue cysts are found in most commonly in the brain and in the skeletal and cardiac muscles, but can occur in any organ. But most areas where they like lodging is the brain, the skeletal, and the cardiac muscles. And the Toxoplasma gondii, zooids, brandyzoids, that is how they look like. That is how they look like. So the signs and symptoms of these diseases: fever, sore throat, sore muscles, tiredness, and swollen glands, temporary blood and vision or loss of vision if they lodge on the eyes. So there is serological test. That is how you diagnose it. You can do PCR, polymer chain reactions of these microorganisms, or you can do even histological demonstration of the parasite and all its antigens. That is immunoperoxidase staining. You can even isolate of the microorganism in a organ. So the treatment of this microorganism is that should be developed with consultation with the obstetrician and infectious disease specialist, because of the side effect of these disease drugs. So combination of anti-toxoplasmosis medicine plus levulombrin is very important in management of this disease. There may be hospitalization, especially if there is involvement of our organ. So in prevention of these diseases, that wear gloves when handling soil, wash hands with soap and water after outdoor activities, and when preparing raw meat, wash any cutting bones, sink, knives, and other utensils that touches the raw meat throughout with soap and hot water to avoid contaminating other food. Cook all meat thoroughly. So keep cats indoors and feed them dry or canned food rather than allowing them to have access to wild animals and rodents, so that they does not get that disease from those and then transmit it to the human being. So in also clean a litter box every day, because the parasite can found in cat feces and need 1 or more days after it is passed to become infectious. So that washing hands after cleaning a litter box is very important. So that is Toxoplasma gondii. Some diseases can affect your eyes, can affect your brain, can also have ICU in pregnancy. Then drugs are very toxic. You have to prevent these drugs. It is associated also with people with HIV because of lower immunity that can affect the brain. It is transmitted by cats, which is one of the most domestic animals we live with. So it's our responsibility to prevent this disease. Thank you very much for listening to us.